Hello, everybody out there on the interwebs. It is Tracy from Homegrown Happiness, and I just want to touch base with everybody out there. This is not a sales pitch for anything, but just to tell you about something that we make on a regular basis, and you probably have seen it if you haven't bought it, and that is our elderberry syrup. As we told you last year, 2023, we made over 50 gallons of and sold all of that in elderberry syrup. So that constitutes and 50 gallons plus, because I kind of lost track for a little bit, but that was about 400 plus individual bottles of elderberry syrup that we made and sold last year. Lots of repeat customers, and I want to thank all of you guys who like our product enough that you continue to buy it. It blesses me beyond compare. You just don't know. But I wanted to say a couple things about elderberry syrup, because I've had some people who are competition. Nobody's competition, because the way I make mine, nobody else does. Nobody else has my recipe except for a sister that lives in Michigan. We're the only two that have this particular recipe. Lots of recipes of elderberry syrup out there, and I'm not saying that they're bad, but I've had some people say some things about what we make. But there's some things I do want to say about it that I feel pretty proud about. One, we are not stingy on ingredients. Over time, ingredients can increase in cost, and some people cut back the cost. So my recipe that I initially started with 2 cups per gallon of elderberries, or of elderberries, dehydrated elderberries, which is what I use. I get them in from Bulgaria, because I feel that that's the place where I found them is the best place I can get them. They come in so aromatic and so good. What I do is take a few days to go through a process that is my process to rehydrate those berries and get the juice or the water way back deep into those berries. And so they potentially could be almost the same as fresh berries, and especially with the steeping process that happens even before I cook them. That liquid going in is heavy in elderberry syrup and juice. Online, there are recipes for non-dehydrated elderberries, and you don't have to use as many. But I continue to rehydrate, and I do what I do. So in essence, I'm using way more elderberries than are needed per the recipes for something that is not still dehydrated. Also on the ginger, there calls for a certain amount of shredded ginger. I take the fresh ginger root, and that's the amount that I use. Once it's shredded, it's more than that. And my tablespoons, that's why we've talked about there can be some slight variances. My tablespoons, my teaspoons of ingredients that go in are never exact. I've always mound them up. So I say that, others will probably go, so what? Well, I just to say that I don't skimp. I don't cut back. I try and put out a really good product that stays the same. I have not changed my recipe ever. Once I got it and started selling it, I have done the same recipe every time. Sometimes I change where I source to get some of my ingredients. Elderberries have always come from Bulgaria. Some of the honey I have to search around for sometimes if I don't have it. So there are some variables there. The products that I buy that are herbs, the proprietary herb blend that I get, that's pretty solid, and I don't think that's changed. That's pretty exact. But the other ingredients that go in it are listed on there. I'll get them from different places, but I always do my research and make sure that they're quality products and organic. So there you go. I just wanted to touch base and say that what we do here, when we find something that works, we're not this. Yes, it's about making some money, a little side hustle. But what I give you for what you pay for is, I guarantee you, is the best that I can possibly make it, and it will always be that. So I'm making 2 gallons right now. I will have some left over. I may have a bottle right now in the fridge that somebody hasn't picked up from my last one a week or so ago. So that's available if you need it. But the batch I'm making, I will have some left over. So if you want to jump in and grab some, give me a shout. Send me a private message with your name, your phone number, and how many bottles you want. I have a limited amount of supply. I'm about ready to go on a trip at the end of February, right into the first part of March. We're going to be gone for a couple weeks. So it will be after the 3rd of March. It'll be after that before I make my next batch. So if you want to grab some of the leftover that I'm going to have off of this production, give me a yell. And thanks so much for your patronage and for sharing our product with others. It's a blessing. Peace.